Come, we must be quick now. That glass shattering was not an accident. Someone dared to break into the estate. Now, why do you say that? Ah, well, I simply don't see the need to stress over something so trivial, assuming it's what I believe it is. Well, it must be resolved post-haste, yes, but it's not something to, as the younger generation says, freak out over. It would be quite uncouth of me to panic when the manor needs defending.
Does anyone remember what the bloody hell we're supposed to be looking for?
Something important.
You will wait here, young miss.
Well, I'll give the lad this. He's got a mighty fine tea shed.
A one-man's tea shed is another man's useless garbage. But suppose you shut your damn
No,
trap
of
so we
course
can
not.
get the hell out of here.
It would be presumptuous to say you are unfit for the impending fight. In my line of work, I've come to know that even the most beautiful of flowers is capable of producing thorns. But, even so, I could never ask a lady to shed blood for the phantom hives. It's unbecoming of a gentleman to do so. Please, simply remain here while I take care of the mess. I won't be long.
You bunt seem like a rather unsavory sort. Now then, where to begin? Oh, you dirty prick! Perhaps I overestimated you barbarians, hmm? Oh, you bastard! Oh! So noisy. Don't you know how to use your inside voices? Oh, what the bloody hell are you... Oh!
And with that, the threat has been neutralized. As you can see, these two have been disposed of, but the third one here seemed more intelligent, so I thought a little conversation was in order. Now then, Mr. Montgomery, was it?
How did you know my name?
Normally, this is the part where I'd say I have my ways. After all, I'm simply one hell of a butler. It would be in no way beyond my skill set to do a full investigation into your background before you had stepped foot into this place, of course. However, you dropped your identification card along with your wallet when we were engaged in our scuffle. I do hope you don't mind my perusal, good sir.
Look, sir, I was just following orders.
Oh, I'm sure. Of course. After all, what is a hound without its marching orders, hmm? Unfortunately for you, I don't care if this was your choice or not. You broke into our estate, and I have a feeling I know what you're looking for. So you are going to tell me exactly who you're working for, lest you wish for all the bones in your body to be conveniently rearranged.
You wouldn't! Especially not in front of this one!
Oh, but I would. They can stomach far worse than this, I'm sure. They happen to be a very good friend of the phantom hives, after all. And any true friend knows that we like to play with our food, and we don't tend to play nicely.
Okay, okay, I like my bones where they are, thank you very much, sir.
So the hound does have manners. Very good. Now, speak, hound, and quickly, for your sake.
I don't know the boss's name. I never met them in person, but I can give you the address where the meetings are. It's the abandoned building on Grimvale Drive. You can't miss it. I heard he shows up there to give orders to the higher ranks, but that's all I know, I swear. They never told us anything about who he was.
A pity. And do tell, why did you come now of all times? Surely you didn't expect the estate to be desolate, did you?
Well, they said the place was going to be empty today for some fancy party the boy was to attend. Those were the boss's words. Please, please, I don't know anything else, truthfully.
Well, it seems whoever your boss is, they mustn't be as informed as you had believed. I suppose that was the extent of what little knowledge I was to glean from you. Normally I'd dispose of you, but I'd rather let you live to send my regards to your boss. Would you be so kind as to warm up the car for our guest? The keys, my dear. I need to clean up this mess before the master returns. Thank you. I'll bring our guest out in a moment. Ah, what a filthy mess you three have made of this place. And I see you've broken the master's tea set. Wonderful. I'll never hear the end of this. On second thought, perhaps it would be more polite to greet them myself.
What?
Wait, no, wait. Ah! Ah!
Well, the drive was smoother than expected. What was that, my dear? Ah, yes. Well, our dear friend Mr. Montgomery had become indisposed, so I thought it more appropriate if we deliver the message ourselves. I would have thought they'd have higher security, perhaps even an assassin or two to tail anyone leaving the manor. Don't worry. We don't need guards for something as trivial as dealing with assassins, my dear. Now, shall we? What is it? Is something troubling you? Ah, I see. There is no need to be afraid, my dear. I don't think this gaggle of fools would stoop so low as to hurt you. But if they did try, I am more than capable of keeping you safe. You trust me, don't you? Otherwise, you wouldn't have come this far, yes? Of course. But just in case, here. A dagger, lightweight and easy to conceal. I recommend hiding it at your thigh or under your sleeve. On the off chance that we get separated, you'll have something to protect yourself. Does that alleviate some of your worries? Good. After you. The main entrance is wide open. It appears that someone did catch wind of our arrival. It looks like they do operate with some level of security. No matter. Let us investigate then and see if we can't find anything of interest. It's eerily quiet, isn't it? Almost as if they knew we'd be here. Or perhaps they assumed the ones they sent to the manor would fail. Wait. What is this? Documents of some sort. And in a state of duress, most likely from their hurried attempts to destroy any paper trails while fleeing the scene. These records seem to be of their financial situation. From what I can gather from these torn scraps, they seem to be invested into quite the money laundering business. And these accountings seem to date back several months as well. A wonder they've remained under the radar with the level of incompetence they kept around. The Lone Wolves. I've never heard of them before today. Intriguing. Groups like this are hardly the type to keep secret for long. I must inform the Master of what we've found, but perhaps we should investigate further before we bring him our findings. It would be better to report with a more accurate picture of what is truly transpiring here. These kinds of clandestine engagements have a tendency to lean into tedium. But, with each other there for company, I'm sure we'll both have a marvelous time. Wouldn't you agree, my dear? Thank you for listening to Midnight's Melodies. There seems to be much more to the story than was written for this volume. Perhaps I'll have to peruse for the sequel. Well, in any case, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so you don't miss out on future content. And if you'd like to further support the channel, please consider becoming a member, or head over to my Patreon at patreon.com/midnightsmelodies. Also, if you're interested in a private commission, head to the link on the screen. And remember, my library is always open.